Peace. My name is MystyMoon, and I am an integrative health coach for women. And my purpose is to help women heal physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And today we're going to be talking about the mental aspect of healing through the topic of a digital detox. What the heck is a digital detox? Have you ever done a digital detox? When you hear the word digital detox, how do you feel? What comes to mind? So we're going to talk about all those things today. So let's just get right into it. So let's admit it. Social media is addictive. Every time that you put up a post and someone either likes it or leaves a comment, there's this little dose of dopamine that gets released into the body. And in case you don't know what dopamine is one of the neurotransmitters that governs pleasure. So after you have the most amazing orgasm, after you've eaten your favorite cheesecake or smoked that cigarette, all the things that gives you pleasure is what is due to the effect of the release of dopamine in the body. And if you have an addictive personality, that can become dangerous for you because you want to get that dopamine fix all the time. And so that's why social media can be dangerous. I mean, think about it. We're all guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. Think about the times where you have your phone in hand when you go to the bathroom, when you're standing in the grocery line, if you're at a restaurant and there's this uncomfortable silence, what's the first thing that we do? We grab our phone. Or if we're, somewhere, say we're at a bar with a friend and then our friend goes use the restroom and you're just sitting there by yourself at the bar, what do? You grab your phone. It's just become so embedded in our culture that we don't think twice about it. And so what are ways that we can pull ourselves away from that is through doing a digital fast. And a digital fast is just like doing a food fast, where you basically just eliminate it out of your life for a certain amount of time. It could be, first thing in the morning. It could be once a day. It can be on the weekends. And I know that some of us, our businesses are online, and that's okay, but that should not be the excuse. So one example I give you for me, what I had to do, because I found that I was getting into this habit where the first thing I would do when I wake up in the morning is go on social media, even before I'm out of bed. And if you think about that, when you first wake up in the morning, that's a very precious time. You're fresh out of the dream world. You've gotten all these downloaded messages from your higher self. And the first thing you do is taint it with the world, So now what I do, I have a rule where I do not get on social media. I don't even get on, not just social media, but just I don't even go even to Safari. I don't even go online at all until after I've done my morning practice. And I was just talking to someone about this today because I can totally relate to it. For the first few weeks that I transitioned into this new pattern, even when I was doing my meditations, all I could think about was getting on social media as soon as I was finished with my meditations. But then after a while, because it takes a time for your body in your mind to adapt to new patterns. After a while, I don't even think about it anymore. It's like if there's been a couple of times where I slip, where I'll just go ahead and look online before I do my morning practice, and I feel gross. I feel like I just, took a shot of tequila or something, first thing in the morning, because it's tainting your energetic body, again, especially first thing in the morning. And when you think about it, I mean, these electronic devices, whether it's our smartphones or tablets or laptops, they have these certain frequencies around them that's not really healthy for our bodies. And so we want to be mindful, even for some of us who work from home, you're constantly on the laptop, another way that you can practice a detox, or just taking the technical energy in moderation is set an alarm where you step away from your laptop, you go outside and sit in sun, just sit in the sun for a couple of minutes. Or in my backyard, what I do is, at 6 o'clock, every day, I would like to do it more, but that's just where I am right now. I'll go outside and stand on the grass for 5 minutes because barefoot, mind you, because when you stand out in nature, especially barefoot, you allow the earth's energy. There's nothing foo-foo about it, we all are energy. And so the magnetic pull from the earth takes in all the unbalanced energy out of your body back into the earth to decompose it or to compost it. And so that's a way that you can channel out, flesh out that, all that energy that you're getting from online. But as far as like just social media in general, it is proven that it is addictive, and you're taking in other people's information, you're taking in all this data, and that can start to distort, your mental process and your perception of the world. And then you get further and further away from your own true connection to what you think is truth. And it's based on all this information that you're getting from Google, from Pinterest, from, YouTube, from all these different sources. So it's so important that every now and then you allow yourself just to step back, just get away from all that information. There's just so much information. We're in the information age, and it's amazing. But then at the same time, the shadow part of that is that it's just overwhelming our senses and keeping us further and further away from our own innate truth. So when you're able to step away and just, have some discipline around how you're interfacing with the internet, then you're able to just have a more balanced perception of your own reality, is what I'm trying to get here. And so a fast can be as simple, like you said, where like first thing in the morning, you don't get on you don't get online until after you do your morning practice, or until you're ready to start work, or like even like it's a good rule of thumb that an hour before you go to bed is an ideal time to stop using your electronic devices. Because also keep in mind that, let's see if I can break down the science. So when you're on your laptop, the way that the lighting is, it makes your brain think as if it's still noon. Okay, so then it starts to imbalance the melatonin, which is the neurotransmitter that helps you sleep. So if you give yourself an hour prior to going to bed, then you'll find that it'll be a lot easier for you to go to sleep. Or you can also, like these glasses that I have. The reason why I wear these glasses all the time when I'm online is because I have it's a special lens that has like this blue light deflector. So that's something else to keep in mind. There are glasses that you could use for those of you who are online often to help, protect yourself from the blue light that's embedded in the laptop. I really can't go into the science of it. That's as far as I can go, but you can research it. But yeah, as far as fast, you can do like as mild as, getting on it, don't get on it first thing in the morning or like an hour before you go to bed. Or you can take an entire day, like on the weekends, maybe one day on the weekend you don't go online. You can even do a full-on week if you can, afford to do that. Where, if you, have a business online, maybe that would be the week that you take your vacation. You can set up automatic emails, automatic posts, for your social media and do it that way. But it's just really good just to break away every now and then, because it can start to drive you cuckoo, when you're constantly, again, taking in all this information. So let's see if there's anything else I wanted to say about it. Yeah, we really got to check ourselves when it comes to our addictions to social media. It's crazy because even for myself, before I really started to pay attention to how social media was affecting my life, I would go to the bathroom with it, or the moment, if my husband and I are in bed, we're watching a movie, the moment he'll get up to go fix his plate or to do something, I would immediately grab my phone. It's like any downtime that I would have, I'm on my phone. And so once I really caught myself, now I could be, that's another thing too, when you are able to detach yourself from electronic devices, you can be more in the moment. And there's so much interesting things happening in the moment. You can just breathe. You can enjoy the uncomfortable silences. So, yeah, man, I'm telling you, I would give it a shot. Take a little break, because if you're feeling a lot of anxiety about the fact of just being away from your electronic devices, for even just an hour, then that's something you need to look into. That means that you're definitely addicted, and we all know that addictions are not good, So, for the lack of a better term. So anyway, that's my spiel on electronic devices and digital fast. I highly recommend it. For me, the longest digital fast I did, I was off of social media for about two years, and it was the best thing that could have happened to me. No Facebook for 2 years. Actually, I've gone longer than that. I've actually gone without Facebook for about 5 years. This is back in the day when I lived off the grid, and it was awesome. It was so amazing. Yeah, okay, maybe you miss out on like the current events and you miss out on all the really cool memes, but just the peace of mind that you get from detaching is priceless. So you don't have to do anything that extreme, but like I said, I recommend, maybe just a couple of hours during your day or, maybe a day or maybe a week, but just something to consider. If you've never done a digital detox before, I highly recommend it. So anyway, I'm not going to keep going on. I'm just going to be repeating myself, but I hope you got some value from this. And please like and subscribe. Help me spread my light because, this is valuable information, to help us just stay grounded and clear and connected to our higher selves. And if we're constantly online all the time, it distorts that connection. Okay? So anyway, I hope you have a beautiful day, evening, whenever you're watching this video. I look forward to the next one. Until then, take care.